upgraded service of any kind. You wanted faster internet, you wanted HBO, you wanted HD, you wanted to be able to record, you name it. People have on their own either moved in and with upgraded services or added upgraded services. So through these transitions, where you should not be paying anything, you are being billed for something. So it's a matter of us, which is why I said I'll meet with you after, putting you in touch so they can pull up your account to see what is it that you're paying $47 for. Because for the service that you get from us, you are not being billed. It is $0 for the service that we provide. So if you're getting a bill, there's something out there that we need to figure out. And it could have been, I'm not putting it on you, but it could have been that you had something for a period and then now it's the free part is gone and now they're charging you for it. So we'll talk and try to get resolution. Because if you don't want anything extra, you don't have it and you should not have to pay. Ofer's going to be your best person for that because he's got a direct line to Xfinity right now. He's been talking to the rep. Yeah. Yep. Yes. AM or PM? Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So Marianne was having TV from 7 to 9 p.m. go on and off intermittently for a long time. Put in a request. Our maintenance came out and changed the wire from the wall to the box. And since changing that wire, there's been no interrupting, no on and off. That's good news. So there was a short, which is weird that it was always between the same time, though. That's odd. Maybe just the amount of pull. Interesting. Well, I'm glad it got fixed. That's a good news. Yes. Major time. Yeah. We're all watching between 7 and 9. Yeah. All right. Yes.
And then you have to say yes or no to delete it. But if I say no, don't delete it, and I try to go back through and get on, it'll say the same thing.
Are these, Julie was sharing she'd be watching a recorded show. So it's something you've recorded. And about a quarter of the way in, it would prompt a message that say, it looks like you're done watching your show. And then she would have to prompt or answer it. My smart TVs do that. Your TV does that as well? Okay. Anyone else in the room? Okay. But not while it's active. That sounds like part of the DVR issue. You're getting it, you're getting it, you're getting it. Several are getting it. Amy, we've got more than 5 hands. So DVR has some symptoms to it. Okay. Especially since that's part of the included service with that X1 box. So we'll take that right away. Does anyone know, or have you asked that of Ofer? Okay. So it does have a limitation to 1 channel 4? Sounds like there is question around how many programs can you record at the same time? And how many hours you have left in your 20 hours free. So let's get some Q&A together on the DVR aspect, and we can get that out. We can get it on Cubigo, and we can get it out in message boxes if we think it's kind of widespread. Good stuff. Yeah, this is where we see when there's more than 1 or 2, so that's great. Yes. Amy, can you text Brian and ask him to bring that one remote, please? For you, Hale, yes. Yes. The question was, is there a way to get a senior remote? I've got one for you, all right. We'll make sure we get it delivered. I do know that they make equipment that has large print numbers for low vision. So let's talk more about it. Yeah, I haven't had any other requests on that, but no, he was very serious about it. I just thought it was funny that he referred to it as a senior remote. I thought that was good. I know exactly what he's asking for, and I understand the need for it. I just thought the name was funny. Anything else out there? Xfinity always comes up. We should call this the Xfinity Hour. Invite Ofer, the CEO Xfinity. It'd be great. They only knew the frustrations, right? Anyone doing anything fun for Thanksgiving? Eating? That's very fun. That is fun. This year, I might actually just come here. I mean that. I just, the last couple years, we've done something where we went out of town. Remember, we did the Michigan trip, so we were traveling. It's like, my family is so small. I'm like, doing a whole meal for 3 of us feels like a waste. The only reason I would do it is for leftovers. But even now, I'm thinking, is it really that great? Are leftovers that great? Are they? Talking me out of it. Yes, do it. My son has never had pumpkin pie in his life. So I of course have been bribing him. I did not try pumpkin pie until I was 19. Because every time someone say, would you like pumpkin pie? I'm like, ooh, no, it's slimy. You know, I don't want that. I didn't try Chinese food either until I was like 19 because it was all mixed together. And kids don't like their food mixed together. You know, keep everything separate. Don't touch. And then I ate it for the first time. I was like, oh, I've been wasting all my life. This is amazing. So this Thanksgiving, he was supposed to try pumpkin pie for the first time. We've talked about it. So as long as there's pumpkin pie here, we should be able to be fine. A lot of whipped cream. Yes.
I've had several friends ask about what are you doing for Thanksgiving here.
Mm-hmm.
And they start off with, oh, poor thing.
Oh.
They don't say it out loud. Just discreet.
Yeah.
But I finally gave up and told one of them that Terraces does this with energy and excitement, that it's a big festivity, no matter which holiday you're talking about. I mean, lavish food, lots of decorations, special activities.
Yeah.
It's a party. I'd be home by myself, but Swansea turkey.
Nancy said there's been few friends that have asked her, well, what are you doing at Terraces? And when she says what she's doing, they kind of give her the look like, oh, poor you. You're going to be home by yourself, the old folks home all by yourself. And then she's like, wait a minute there. And she's telling them all about the buffet and all the food and the friends and the festivities and the decorations and the all get out. Yeah, they're missing out. They're missing out. Yeah, in fact, I don't see Kathy Self in here, but I use her as an example often because she and I worked together when she moved in, and she had a very large group of friends. Some may be here because I think a few of her friends have moved in. And when she was going through the move-in process, you know, I keep in touch with the depositor, and there were kind of days where she was really excited about it and other days where she was a little bit doubtful of whether she was making the right decision. And in a conversation she shared with me, and I know she wouldn't care because I've told every marketing event ever this story. Terry's nodding her head. All of her friends told her, you're too young to go to the old folks home. Why are you doing that? And every time she said, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. And why would I wait and come here and have fun when I could go there and have fun right now? And she's always had that outlook. And you all know she's always trying to have fun around here, including the fun band. And before you knew it, every holiday, movie nights, game night, she's got all her friends here. I'm like, they were giving you such a hard time, but they're here with you every time. So yeah, you just need to tell people, come and see it for yourself. We know how to party. Except on New Year's. We do it a little bit early because we We like our bedtime. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're telling them otherwise. I think there is a lot to be very thankful for here. There's good stuff happening. When I asked Jo, what's going on in lifestyle that I should share with everyone at What's Brewing, she goes, the Christmas tree lighting. I'm like, Jo, that's December 5th. She goes, Alexis, that's right around the corner. How many of you have attended the Christmas tree lighting before? Yeah. So they do one tree right out here in front of Valencia, and Quincy and the team decorate it nicely. And then every year we actually just come, I think at this point, to see if Brian's going to be able to get the lights on. Right? How many of you come for that? Because I definitely come for that. Because every year, the truth is there's not magic that happens. Don't tell anybody I said that. But it really is about 4 people standing in the bushes, plugging in lights all at the same time to make it feel magical. And it never fails that someone doesn't quite get the countdown right. So I think the first year I ever did it, I had my husband and my son come out and we're like, 3, 2, 1, 1. So after that, every year, it's like for 2 weeks, Brian, you better get it right. Brian, you better get it right. This year, he did want to tell me Daniel will be in charge of the lights. And I told him, well, then they'll actually be on at the right time. So now, if you weren't planning on coming, come just to see if they actually turn on at the right time. Because if so, we'll give Daniel all the credit. Brian will not get the credit for that. What else? Any questions? Dying questions? Do you need the microphone for this? Okay.
I still have some spaces to fill for the team appreciation party to help hand out envelopes, run the raffle, take pictures of Santa Claus and everybody. So see me afterwards if you're not already signed up. And I have a few ladies, and they are in the room, that Wednesday's the deadline for your thank you notes.
Oh. She's not pressuring or calling anyone out. But if you're sitting there knowing that you haven't turned your cards in, she's talking to you. I'm glad you brought that up, Shirley. Thank you. This, for me, will be year 17 for Christmas. And every year I've been able to take photos with Santa. It is very, very special to me. And there's been variations of which resident has gotten into that suit and been willing to sit there for hours taking photos with all of our team members. It's those little things that honestly make it so special. It's, at least for me, it's the thank you cards that are personalized and the photos that I cherish. So I thank each and every one of you, whether it was that you contributed to the team member fund or that you participate during it. Honestly, it's life-giving this time of year. It's really, really generous of all of you. So thank you for that. Because we're talking about team member appreciation, it'd be nice for me to clarify, because there are some newbies in the room. You hear me talk about team member appreciation, and then you hear Ellen or Shirley in the resident council talking about it. There are really 2 different types of team member appreciation. As an employer, Human Good allows for holiday party and or some type of annual tradition, whether it's the barbecue or the Christmas event that we're doing this year, where the employer is putting on something special to say, this year we thank you for all of your hard work. That is so very different than the campaign that the resident council runs September and October to fundraise and then donate or gift resources to our team members. So I've heard kind of confusion because I use it interchangeably. And I was sharing with Ellen, we call it team member appreciation when I'm saying it because all of our employer surveys use the word appreciation. So it's really, it's strategic, if I'm being honest, where we say we're hosting a team member appreciation barbecue or a team member appreciation event so that when they go to take their survey from their employer, do you feel appreciated for the work you're doing? I mean, it is kind of intentional, if I'm being honest. Because we were holding the first 2 years as the executive director, we were holding monthly, coffee and cocoa and smoothies. And then at the end of the year, they're like, my boss doesn't appreciate me. And I'm like, oh, we're doing so much. So we really try to be a little bit more mindful that that word does mean something, and that's what they remember when they're taking their survey. So appreciation, when it's coming from the administration team, it is what we're doing as their employer, and it often is not a monetary gift. It's some type of experience or activity, where obviously team member appreciation from all of you is the gift, which is monetary right before the holidays. This year, we were asking last year in November, our team members, were you excited about the barbecue, or would you like to do something different? And against my better judgment, I listened, and they voted that they want to do something around the holidays, which really kind of, it's hard because you know how much happens at this community with all of the people during the holidays. So it's probably a one and then never again, if I'm being honest with all of you, but we are doing a holiday party for our team members. It'll be on the 20th. And to allow for as many people as possible to participate, we're going to close down Speranza Dining that evening, so that our dining team members, our cooks, dishwashers can come if they want. Worst case, they use it as a day off, and that too is a gift, but we don't want anything to prevent them from being able to participate. So it will impact your Valencia that evening. We'll try to minimize activities planned up here just to allow for this room and the lobby area to be used for our team member holiday party. So that's coming together quite well. Amy is, against her enjoyment of it all, is planning it. It's very stressful, but she's working on it. Ooh, what a great idea. I think I was talking with Ellen. She wants a pizza parlor from like all kinds of pizzas from the town's best pizzas to be, which I will tell you, when Anita Holmes was here, she was sharing with me just normal kind of practices that they do down at White Sands, La Jolla. And she said that's what they do for their holiday party, is they bring in a bunch of pizzas from local parlors. And then of course the dining team is off that night. In Boise, they have a really strong connection with their high school. And almost every one of their servers is a high school student. So they, during winter formal and prom, they literally stop dining services on those special occasions because their entire team is out at the school dance. So this is a minimal interruption, and I hope to not maybe have it in the future, because springtime is just so much easier to coordinate and, in my opinion, much more enjoyable. It's not crammed in with everything else. So we'll see. I think I told Boyd, sometimes I open it up for votes and then I kick myself, like, why did I listen to everybody? I should have just did what I want to do. But try to make everyone happy as much as possible. Amy, did you get the special remote? This is for Hale. I'm sure we need to have them come out and program it, but it is a real remote. It's a senior remote. You ask and you shall receive. Yes. Now, if that one doesn't work out, we're really not up for any others. I don't think there's bigger ones than that, but. Yep. Yeah. See, Phil? Senior remotes. It's a thing. Someone made it a business. I'm going to have you say that out loud, because Ellen has a tip that she wants to share, and I don't want to summarize and mess it up.
If you download the Xfinity Stream app, if you have an iPad or I guess on your phone, you can go in and use that as a guide. So you don't have to use the remote and do the one on your TV screen. So if you're watching something and you don't want to interrupt it to put the guide up to see what's coming up, just go on, this little app, shows you everything that's coming on, lets you record it, lets you change the station to that, if that's the case, if you find something on the guide. So Infinity used to have an actual remote app, and that lets you actually play from your recorder. This one doesn't let you play from the recorder, but it lets you record
and it lets you change a station and play from whatever station. So if you go to Xfinity, it's an app that you can put on your iPhone, and I think they have it for Android as well. But if you have an iPad, it's great because you can sit and look at your guide and everything on your iPad. It doesn't affect what you're watching.
Xfinity Streaming is the app. There appears to be a few apps. And the worst case, if you're not super tech savvy, your resident council president is, and she will help you. Right, Ellen? Yes. Just the information on it? Yeah, we can do that. Like instructions on how to download the app and get that information that she's talking about. Why not? Anything I say, Amy's writing down, good or bad, or other.
If you have that Xfinity stream, you can watch TV on your iPhone or your iPad wherever you are. Because that's what I use when I'm at the cabin.
Oh, your phone? You just watch on your phone? On your iPad? Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch live TV, you can record, you can watch recorded things. Wherever you happen to be, you can use that to see your favorite program, like the NASCAR.
So as long as you have internet, you can get on that app and be able to watch your cable TV on your cell phone or on your iPad. You don't just have to be in front of your television to be able to see TV. So you're out and you're like, oh no, I didn't record that show. Jump on your app, hit record, and it'll record it for you. Ooh, you're in the other room. You can't stand the show your husband's watching, and you just sit in the room and you change the channel. Oh, I love it. Close your ears, Lene. I have to be honest. I have smart TVs in my house, and there's an app that is a remote. And my teenage son, who's supposed to be in bed at 9:30, will turn his TV all the way down and think that I don't know that it's on. But I can see the light coming from the hallway. So I go to my phone and I just click, turn off the TV. I've done it so many times. And what is he going to do? Come out and say, you turned my show off, because he's not supposed to have it on. So it does work. Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you. Talking about my son, which is literally my life outside of San Joaquin Gardens. Chase is at Bullard High School. We live next to Clovis West, but we transferred there for football. He's a quarterback. And the opportunities were there and not at Clovis West. So we did a jump. As a freshman, it's been a tough football year. I can tell you that. Because when you are 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade and you're a quarterback, you're the star. He played in every game. He won all of them with his friends. And now he loses all those friends and has a bunch of new guys that he's never played football with. And that's a hard pill to swallow. He did get some great opportunities this year to stand on the sideline of the varsity games, kind of as a backup in case the quarterback stubbed his toe or something. I don't know. That never happened. He never got a single throw on the field for varsity. But that quarterback is a senior. So Chase, God willing, will be a starter next year, which is really, really special as a sophomore. I don't think you always get that opportunity. So grades, superb. He's doing great. We practice our Spanish at the dinner table. That's quite fun. He's not enthusiastic about that. That's his hardest class. But other than that, he's a straight A student and doing really, really well. So thank you. Now I just got to fight off all the little girls. They're texting his cell phone. And of course I check too. I want to see, what are they saying? One girl says, well, do you want your sweater back? And I'm like, what? How much was the sweater that he left it with her? I want to go over there and be like, give me my son's sweater back. It cost me $100. Apparently that's the thing now. The girls ask for the boy's sweater. So I feel like, like the hyper-focused mom. Like, is that the sweater you wore to school? Did you bring that one home? And he's like, oh my God, I didn't give my sweater away, Mom. So if that's the worst that I'm dealing with, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, thanks for asking. He's my little hamster. He's cute. He's really cute. What can I say? My daughter, Chloe, who I never talk about, there is another child. She's been out of the house since 2019. She lives down in San Diego. She is working full-time for Home Depot. She is a loss prevention officer. She has big dreams to become a police officer, but is also very afraid of commitment. So she talks a lot about it, but she hasn't quite leaped into it, because right now would be the time to just go all in, go into the academy, go back to school, do whatever you need to do. And somehow or another, she's afraid of that commitment, but doing really good. She moved down there with a dream to go into the Air Force right out of high school. And then COVID-19 stopped that type of recruitment. So it was come back home or find a job and survive in San Diego, which I thought, well, that's not going to happen. She's going to be back home in no time. No, she found a job and she's been surviving in San Diego since she went down there. So she's doing great. She comes home usually every Christmas. I'm waiting every year for her to say, Mom, not this year. But I did get the text message yesterday. She's planning to come home for Christmas. So it's going to be a good Christmas for me. Yeah. So every year to have both babies home is the dream. I don't know what year that stops or why it stops, but you all probably know how that feels. That's going to be tough for me because that's what I live for. But this year will be a good one because they'll both be there. Yep. What else? It's quiet around here. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. We've purchased a new van, a wheelchair van. I'm calling it a van. It might be considered a bus, but it is a van that we will be getting on Wednesday. It was very sudden. It was not discussed outside of knowing that we needed it, and we found the funds this year to spend. And before they decided to change their mind, we bought a van. Which Ebb is very grateful for, because we are providing a lot of transportation services for our healthcare center guests. And of course, that building has been full. So you'll be seeing and hearing about it. I'm sure we'll make sure to announce it and put pictures of it. So a win for TSJG. And then really going into the holiday season, just starting to plan the first quarter of 2026, believe it or not. 2026 already. With projects, which we will obviously discuss, big ones being replacement of furniture in a few locations. If you were ever a part of the whole billiard debacle where we moved the billiards up, took the furniture away, adjusted furniture in Milano Commons, what that domino effect has happened is we have purchased new tables for Tuscany Commons, which I know some of you see those and use those because they were falling apart. Milano Commons, there's a lot of feedback about the need for different furniture there, and we've heard that, and Joe has put out the order, so we'll see that early next year, new furniture for that Milano Commons space. And she is still in the stage of deciding on pieces that will sit down here where the billiards used to be, knowing that we need a table for you, Mavis, a decorative but stationary table rather than the 6-foot throwaway. So that's part of the plan. The idea is to have a small conversation area and some additional tables because I know we've outgrown the club room, so we'll try to accommodate both. So that'll be early next year where we will say yes to the order this year, but we're out of money. So we'll be able to pay and receive in that first quarter of 2026. So we're not talking about it because we don't have it yet, but it's on its way. Yes. Bistro, way to bring it up, Hale. Just kidding. The bistro, you've heard me mention that the bistro is gonna get everything done to it. We've had one call with Scopos, who is the architect. They work for Human Good, and they've done a number of restaurants before in senior living, but they had an initial proposal that they shared with us in about a 1-hour phone call. The proposal was really heavy on one design and one focus only, and that was to enlarge the visual and the space needed for bakery. which I love. And we very much expressed that as we walked with them initially. But I know, and I have to be honest with all of you, we don't always know that we're going to have a baker. The fact that we were blessed with Sandy, that she didn't start as a baker with us, and that kind of happened for us is a blessing. But to design a bistro that will then be stationary for the next 10, 12 years, hoping that we have her the whole time is probably not the smartest plan. So we did go back and say, love the bakery idea, but there's a lot here that should be scaled back. We want her to have a workspace. We want to expand that, but it just can't be the focus of the entire bistro. So that was the very last and only conversation. They're now looking at architectural drawings. They're hoping to possibly push the door where it is out to just create more footprint of the interior of the bistro. The biggest focus is how do we get the kitchen the right size and equipped with everything we need, because we've been limping along with not enough fryers, not enough workspace. We've outgrown it without obviously getting a bigger place. Like, the place is the size that we have, and we need as much dining room as possible, but we also need to expand the kitchen footprint. So no real feedback since we told them about the bakery. I check in with Sandy because she's so anxious. She wants to know, like, what is it going to be? She'll be involved, obviously very much involved, as will a number of residents once we actually get closer to something that is going to work here. And my hope is to keep those conversations pretty close together so that we can come up with a decision early on, because then what we have to do is then wait on all the permitting and that too could just be a very long, drawn out process that we don't have control. So I'm trying to control what we can, which is the feedback, and kind of keep the conversation going. And then knowing that really the plan would be come up with a decision early next year, go into permitting, and then roll out a plan to move dining on this campus, probably primarily into Speranza, which we would close down bistro for the entire time of the construction project, which will be big. It'll be big. There'll be a lot of things in the work. How many of you were here when we had dining in a portable out in the Antonella parking lot? So we've had worse, right, Mavis? If you've ever been on a school campus or sometimes a church campus, those portable, parked in the back, we used that for a long time, right? And that was our only dining room on campus. So a lot of pickup services. So we won't be that bad off. We have a full dining room. We also have Monte Carlo. We'll just have to be creative in how we use our dining spaces and how we serve the healthcare center and all of that, because a lot of cooking happens in such small space back here. So not a lot of answer, more explanation, but we're pushing through. We were given $2 million to make it happen, and I want to make it happen. I think it would be a wonderful thing for TSJG. So more to come, as I know. I'm just kind of afraid of it. It's kind of a big one. I thought the solar was going to be, this is going to make my mark. I'll put the solar on the campus. Now I'm like, oh, Bistro's going to outdo the solar project for sure. But it'll be good. It'll be good. Anything else? Where are we on time? A little bit of time. I have seen some really good mugs. I do have a favorite. I haven't got to see Barbara's yet. Hers is very decorative. I like small mugs. You do too. Say that again. Coffee. Yes, it'll stay warmer. Yeah, here. New member.
Anybody who's come in within the last year and is interested in finding out more about the resident council and has not been to a presentation, we have one coming up a week from tomorrow. That's December 2nd. And if you'd stop by and see me at the end of this and let me know so I can get your name on, we need to find out how much coffee to have on hand. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, sort of a continental breakfast with pastries and coffee. And we'll be talking about what the resident council is and what we do and how you would fit in. And I'd be glad to, have you meet some other new people and meet some of the people that are on the executive board. So let me know if you're interested. A week from tomorrow is the date.
Dottie, were you going to tell us about that, or is it a secret?
No, that's just part of my life.
Just all 100 years of it, just part of it. Say it again.
Steel plates for the head injured people.
Well, I don't know all the details. You got to share it. Will you share it?
I was a Rosie the Riveter in the Tadley plant, in the steel plant in North Chicago.
She's understating it like it's not a big deal. Yeah.
Made the head plates of Tadley steel for the wounded people that had head injuries, because tantalum is the only metal that the flesh will grow to. And then it was advanced then to the foil department. They're big rolling mills. I was doing foil before I was aware of it on the market. And that they used to wrap nerve endings. And I had, during that experience, several wounded people that had been made well with those. So
Her mug is Rosie the Riveter. So there's a story behind that. She was very much involved, and she was sharing about the different pieces that she had put her hands into, whether it was the helmets for those that had head injuries, to the foil that had that folks would put if they had nerve damage. So for that, my friend, I think you win the mug contest. That's literally a picture of Dottie right there. So if you want to know more, now we just got to get her in the corner and make her tell us the whole story. I know, it's fashionable too. It's very pretty. All right. See? She's all shy. She's like, don't tell them. It's just part of my life. It's a big part of your life. Anybody else have any stories to tell? Jokes? Dottie? Chocolate and robed sandwich cookies from Trader Joe's. That's Amy's new favorite place. Yeah. She lives in Chowchilla. They don't have them, so it's like Toys R Us for kids when she goes inside. In fact, it's become my new favorite place. Where's Nancy Van Gelder when you need her? She turned us on to Kringle. Man, that stuff's good. Dangerously good. From Solvang. That's originated. Yes, yes. Have you guys all had Kringle? I learned about it, was it 2 years ago, Terry? And now it's like seasonally I show up. Is it pumpkin Kringle time? Is it almond Kringle time? You don't know it? I can teach you about it, Peggy. Okay, I'm going to teach you about it. Somebody taught me about it. I didn't know. See, why didn't we have that for talking tea? Doggone it. All right, next time. Next time. Trader Joe's. Yes. Anyways, I came to a Dining Divas one night, and we do, if you've done Dining Divas, we do ice cream for dessert. And of course, I go up to a table to join, and they've got their own stash of dessert. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Oh, you got to try this. And then I eat it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I like a bear claw, like a breakfast bear claw. And the one that we were tasting that night was like a very good breakfast bear claw. And then she's like, yeah, they're $10 at Trader Joe's, and they come out every season. She was like, when I lived away, we used to have them send to us, and, all this whole thing. As soon as I left Dining Divas, I drove straight to Trader Joe's and bought 2 of them. And then after that, I started telling everybody, have you had Kringle? Have you had Kringle? It's kind of embarrassing. It's a little bit of an addiction. But it's like a pastry. And does anybody know how to explain it? A flat puffed pastry? Oh, they're not that big. That would make me feel really bad if I bought 2 of those, Dolores. The ones at Trader Joe's are much more manageable. You only have to have it in one seating. You don't have to. No, she had it for a table of 10. I think I finished mine in 2 days. So yeah, you decide. You decide how you want to share it or eat it yourself. But we'll make sure those that are interested that I share some with, because this is the time of year for sure. All right. I don't want to keep you if there's nothing. I'm around if you have questions and you're too shy. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Depending on how it lands at my house, I may see you. We may be here. It's delightful to be able to join. I got to check with dining before I add a few seats because I know it's packed. So I won't do that to them if it's not practical. I think that's it. Have a really good rest of your day. It's nice to see everyone. Thank you, Dottie, for sharing a little bit of your story and bringing your pretty mug. All right, everyone, have a good day.